Hotep, Black Power, giving on to all the Creator, the ancestors. As always, giving honor to my sister, who's in her ancestral realm. Chief of Staff Brother Harris Abdul, all my relatives and comrades who are in the ancestral realm right now as we speak, and to all of you out there who are fighting for the liberation and salvation of the black nation, those known and unknown, and those who don't have a clue. What I wanted to talk about today is, this Father's Day piece, where, we seem to get, we seem to get kind of bent out of shape and get all over emotional over one particular day. Now we have allowed white supremacy and the powers, so-called powers that be, to roll all the work that the black man does into 24 hours, a 24-hour period of giving thanks, which doesn't make sense. You are a man 24/7, 365, but you're only given credit for it for 24 hours. It doesn't make sense at all. And that's another reason why I do not celebrate and honor the holidays. Because Father's Day, which is, I don't know, which is maybe next week or this week, I'm not sure, and really don't give a damn. However, it's too emotional. It conjures up too much confusion as to the black community is tallying up the credit that should be given the black man for one day. Now think about that. Does that make fucking sense? A lot of emotion. But think about the people that don't have fathers in the physical form. Think about the people that don't know who their fathers are, based on various situations, even based on the unnatural, nasty behavior of the black woman. And it's an over-emotional day, which we need to, get rid of, And I'm all for the abolishment of all holidays. All holidays. And it's going to be a lot of emotion. You're going to have a lot of our brothers that are going to be intoxicated. They're going to be inebriated because of the fact that some of them may feel that they haven't been fathers, some haven't been fathers, and some are so-called celebrating because they think that they have been fathers. Now, so you understand, can you see the confusion in all this shit? When Father's Day, Black Man Day should be every day. Every day. Every single day. And that's my twist on it. Don't ball it up in one day. And then you have people that are unable to afford some type of gift to show their appreciation, and that causes depression, confusion, intoxication, inebriation, more self-hate, logs put into the self-hate fireplace that we already have lit within us. when we need to take the money that we're going to spend for this one particular day, if we can just take that money, which will be in the millions, and maybe we can put together an escrow for the black man to have access to, so he can really be a father the rest of the year. Currency to go try to seek some type of employment, try to seek some type of assistance, which we know is impossible, because of the fact, that, they're not, the unemployment rate for black men is 18%. That means the black man's barely working. You talking about not even 20 out of every 100 black men on the planet have income. And then you break that down and look at the incomes that are suitable to be able to provide for one family without the woman having to work. It doesn't work, because the black man has to work 2 jobs and the black woman has to work 2 jobs. And she as well has to either find daycare, and cook and clean and keep the house up and nurture the children and keep the black man happy, and comfort him, because he's going out there, because she doesn't know if he's going to come back every day. She doesn't know if her king is going to make it back home, whether through black on black violence, whether through police terrorism, freak accidents, and the like, robbery, and a whole array and an array of other things. Because we are an endangered species. The black man is an endangered species. An animal, a lion, and a tiger has a better chance of living out their lifetime than a black man on this planet. And so you want to take one day and say, here's a fucking necktie, here's a 6-pack of fucking beer, here's a bottle of alcohol, here's some socks, or let me take you to IHOP. Come on, man. It's more to it. It's more to this piece than what we're perceiving, and and what we're acting like, And deep down inside, we all know this. We all know this. But the elephant is in the room, and we care not to acknowledge it and deal with the situation. Because it's more comfortable to numb yourself to this reality than to stand up and face this shit head on, like the black man has to. He's the most struggling individual, yet the strongest individual on the planet. And the weakest man on the fucking planet, has the most finest things in life on this planet that this planet can offer. The weakest motherfucker. And the strongest, most loyalist, most humblest species, which is the black male, doesn't get anything but crumbs and hell, even from his own family, his own spouse, his own children. And then yet we'll put all that to the side. We'll put that in a box for 24 hours and show this false sense of compassion and love for the black man. That's why I can't stand these fucking holidays. I can't stand them. Memorial Day, where it just deals with your emotions. All year long, you pour libation, you go to church, and praise Jesus and all this shit, And then you talk about heaven and the afterlife, and people, you go to funerals all year round, and people they're in a better place, and I'm not sad anymore, and I'm coming up on the other side of the mountain and all this shit. And then when Memorial Day come, you damn near have a fucking nervous breakdown. It's disgusting, it's sickening, and that's just another form of the self-hate and the vile hatred towards the black man. So what needs to be done? Like I mentioned before, let's take these resources and this revenue that we're going to spend on cards. Some of our brothers are illiterate. They're not even capable of reading the cards. But they work with their hands and their heart. Instead of spending money on cars, neckties, socks, fucking Nikes, outfits, alcohol, drugs. Let's build an escrow. Let's create an escrow. Put some trust in one another, create an escrow for the brothers. For job hunting, bus passes, currency to, create our own vouchers to, use to go shopping and, to get the necessities that we need for employment. Help with fix our credit up, fix the black man's credit up. Help him get a driver's license, proper identification, and a whole array of other things that the black male is in so much of a dying need for. And then the day after, it's back to treating him like some shit. If you do something for him, you throw it back up in his face. You have the power to make him feel like shit whenever you want to, based on the fact that you may be looking out for him, which is something that you're supposed to do. Doing for your other half is supposed to be innate in you. That's not something you're supposed to be honored and praised for. When the black man, when it's his divine duty to provide for his queen and his family. That's his divine duty. The black man has never looked for any type of reward for something that he's supposed to do, that he was brought on the planet to do. But as a result of our queens and some of you brothers who are Negroes, house Negroes, that have incorporated the rules of white supremacy and racism, that you totally disrespect and disregard your black king. And then you have those who take theirs for granted. You just assume, you just know that the inevitable may not happen to you in terms of him either leaving you, finding someone else that'll be more appreciative, that will have an understanding of who the black man is and give him his props and motivate him and help him reach the highest God frequency that he possibly can. Because it's almost 30-1 in terms of you sisters out here in search of a good black male. A good black male. And they're very scarce. And some of you understand who he is. And those are the black men that you see that are grassroots brothers that are willing to work from the ground up that have a compassion and overwhelming love and inner or and overstanding of the black queen and of his people, and will devote his life for change. And I know that has stepped on a few toes, because some of us don't like to be told the truth. We want to be lied to, and we want to be told these fantasy related comments to give you a false sense of happiness. Let your happiness be genuine. Hug your king. Hug your king. If it's Father's Day, put that shit to the side. Let that be every day. Let it be every day. Because the black man is never honored. Even in the sports world. Even in entertainment. You hear records, dear mama, I always love my mama. Mama used to say, when an athlete scores a touchdown or wins the NBA Finals, I like to thank my mother. I like to do this with my mother. And look what they do to the ones that make an all-out attempt, and literally break their backs to provide for their families. Look what happened to Tiger Woods' father, Michael Jordan's father, Serena Williams' father. They discredit them. They find something on to discredit them. So the black community won't honor the black God. This is not a joke. This is not a game. And you're going to see this. You're going to see this because one of these issues that I'm talking about, discussing with you right now, you're going to be faced with one of these dilemmas at some point. And how you deal with it will determine whether you'll be able to work through it. Just some food for thought. Leave these holidays alone. All it does is just bring confusion and trouble. That's all it brings. No happiness whatsoever. Because everybody's trying to show the world, everybody's trying to show each other who can give the black man the better gift for Father's Day. What you giving, babe? Oh, I bought him 2 tickets to see the Whispers, baby, and blah blah blah. Then some of you have this false pride that you don't want to admit that you really love your black God, because you may have friends that are miserable, that don't have men, and you know this. So when they ask you, what did you get your king? Oh, I ain't get that motherfucker nothing. I might get him a card. And you set it out for him. This phoniness, this bullshit, man. And then people, and they wonder why there's a note left on their motherfucking kitchen counter with the black man said he's out of here. Because it's about the respect. Respect the black king. Fuck Father's Day. That's every day. Mother's Day is every day. Memorial Day is every day. Kwanzaa is every day. That's why 7 principles for each day of the week. To practice these principles. Principles for self-development. Self-development. Not for you to develop someone else. Self-development. A lot of things are right in our face. and we refuse to adhere to these things. Because, like I explained to y'all, it's not drama based. These things are not drama based. They're not violence based. They're not confusion based. And they're not traumatized based. So it doesn't capture your attention. So, these are the things that we need to work on. And what will it take? Because watching Empire, watching, Housewives of Atlanta, like I told you before, it cannot be Housewives of Atlanta when they don't have husbands. A housewife is a wife. Is a wife. Not an ex-wife, a wife. But you sit and watch that, shows like that. Even they have the midget women, Little Women of LA. They got on hair pieces bigger than their whole bodies. And they're being paid to act like goddamn fools. To act like little fucking fools. Pint-sized motherfucking idiots. And I'm not making fun of their physical situation, because they're not responsible for that. However, it's a certain limit. I don't feel sorry for anyone, because you're breathing. But you still have enough knowledge to know when you're being made a fool of and a slut, and a bed wench, and a piece of shit. That much. So, and if, a good Father's Day present, because most of y'all still gonna celebrate it, no matter how many videos that you watch, telling you, how fucked up that day is. You'll still do it. You'll go to church and holler, loud as you can. You come home 11:30, go in at 10, come back 11:30, 12:30. He's a no good motherfucker all over again. Some of y'all might some of you might fake it out and hold on to about 2:30, 3 o'clock before you unleash the motherfucking dragon. Put the black man, raise him. Raise him up. Give him the respect that you're receiving. Give him the respect. Make him feel, like he can accomplish anything. Because, sisters, you have the ability and you have the power and the strength and the spiritual prowess to do that, to make that happen. Because we live for you black queens. I understand who you are. I know who you are. And I treat you as such. But, my plea to you sisters, just a suggestion, to put life back and resuscitate, your bond with your king. Even if everything is okay and y'all on a high frequency, to even boost it even more. Because you're infinite. You're infinite, black woman. We don't know when you came on the planet and gave life to us. We don't know. Have no exact date. You're infinite. So when we talk about when you hear brothers talk to God, God is frequency. Really, that's putting a limit on it, because the word God was created by man, and you were before man. So just some food for thought. Think about that, and then you'll understand where you at and who you are. Hotel Black Power.